All right, well, we're beginning to look at angle and angle measures, and specifically we're talking about angle and angle measures in the on the coordinate plane. And before we take a look at what we have in the example 1 on page 799, let's just go over a few things here. So if we've got an angle in standard position on the coordinate plane, let's talk about what standard position means. One, the vertex is at the origin. It's at the coordinate 0, 0. And then we have the initial side that is lying on the positive side of the x-axis. So we've got standard position. Standard position is where we've got the vertex at the origin. The initial side is lying on the positive side of the x-axis. And then the ray of which we form the angle here is the terminal side. Now, if we look at this, we've got on the horizontal axis represents either 0 or 360 degrees. And then we've got 90, 180. So 90 is right there on the y-axis on the vertical. 180 is on the negative side of the x-axis. And 270 is down here on the negative side of the y-axis. And so each, and this actually gives us quadrants that'll come up later. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Now, if we have a measure that is of the angle that is positive, the terminal side is rotated counterclockwise, like we see in this example right here on the left, where we've got 120 degrees. It's past the 90. This is 90 up here. And this is 180 degrees right here. And we have moved past the 90, 30 degrees, about a third past. And we have the terminal side. So the initial side is here on the x-axis. The terminal side of the angle is right there. Now, if it is a negative angle measure, which we can have a negative angle measure, the terminal side is rotated clockwise, as we see here. We went from the x-axis clockwise into quadrant 3 for this 145-degree angle, because this would be moving 90 degrees in the negative direction from here to here. And then we've got what? Another 55 degrees, negative 140 minus negative 90 plus 90 give us negative 55 degrees in this direction. So this is what we call drawing an angle in standard position. Now let's go look at a couple of examples. Again, this is coming from page 799 in your textbook. Example 1, draw an angle in standard position. So here we're asked to draw an angle in standard position. And this first one, we're asked to draw one that's 80 degrees. Well, my vertex is right here at the origin. And my initial side is lying along the x-axis, positive side of the x-axis. And let's see, where am I going to put my terminal side? Well, if I know that this is 90 up here, 90 degrees, I'm going to be 10 degrees less than that. And so let's say that my terminal side, and it's a positive angle. So I'm going counterclockwise. And I'm going to slide it, let's say maybe right about there. Well, I don't like that too much. Let's say right about there would be my terminal side, and I'm going to define this angle as 80 degrees. Now, in the second example, we're to go negative 105. Well, again, this is the origin. This is the initial side. And this is negative 90 to this point. but I've got to go to 105. So let's see, negative 105 minus negative 90. I need to go another 15 degrees clockwise. I'm graphing a negative angle. And let's say the terminal side's right about there. And this would be negative 105 degrees. All right, well, there you go. There's some examples of drawing an angle in standard position on the coordinate plane.